Simon Ekpa, the Biafra terrorist, must be arrested by DSS. This is coming from Senator ABARIBE, a senator in Abia State. He says Simon Ekpa, the Biafra terrorist, must be arrested by DSS. With this, we welcome you all to this wonderful channel. We bring you latest updates happening in and around the country. If this is your first time visiting our TV channel, do well to subscribe. Turn on the notification button to keep you updated whenever we drop our videos. Be sure to like, comment, and of course share the video to your friends and your family members to keep them updated too. Alright, to move forward to doing what we know how to do best. Senator ABARIBE has taken up and he has said that Simon Ekpa is a Biafran terrorist and he must be arrested by DSS. According to him, he said, whosoever is in support of the Southeast sit-at-home order is nothing but a criminal. Without wasting much of time, I think we should play the video.
In DSS, called a meeting of all the leaders of the Southeast and said, this is what Nnamdi Kanu said, that he is not part of this. Yet, every Monday, what happens is this. A few miscreants, and I use the word advisedly, come out, shoot and kill one or two people, and run away, and video it and send across the whole of the Southeast, and everybody is now scared. The governors we met, all of us in the National Assembly we have met, everybody has condemned it. I need the Senate to know that there is no one in the Southeast except the criminals who support this sit-at-home. Their modus operandi is simple. It's just terror. I have called the market leaders in Abia and I said, you can't continue to stay away. And they told me that the people have threatened to burn their markets at night if they don't stay away. So this is beyond the citizenry coming out to just say we don't accept it. Because what they have done is to use terror tactics to intimidate a whole region. And we have had meetings with the DSS, and all that the DSS has told us is, listen, these are just a few people. They will come out in one road, they will find somebody just driving along on his way, doing anything, shoot him, and then they will say it is because of sit at home. Take his car away, go and keep it in their den, and later go and sell it. So these are nothing but criminals. So I support this motion, and especially the matter concerning someone who is a dual citizen of Nigeria and Finland, staying in Finland.
I think I totally disagree with Senator ABARIBE on what he is saying. I totally disagree with him because if I think it's just misunderstanding here, because looking at it, Simon Ekpa cannot assume a position without what is his name, without Nnamdi Kanu giving him order. So I think there is a misunderstanding somewhere, and I cannot believe that one will stay in prison, in the cell, in detention, and still be writing a letter. So if Simon Ekpa has not received order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he would not be doing what he is doing. So he is doing everything he is doing today because definitely or probably he has received a go-ahead order from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And let's bring it home this way. I think without Simon Ekpa enforcing all this order, the Igbos would have turned into something else. In fact, I tell you, the Fulani headsmen and these ASARI DOKUBO boys could have done a lot of things. But here, Simon Ekpa came into the picture when Nnamdi Kanu is under detention, and he has taken the place of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, making sure that the vacuum that would have been created at the absence of Nnamdi Kanu is not there. So let's just finish the video once.
Giving orders, and in fact, giving, I will say, others that you don't understand why people should accept it here. But then, criminals will always find a reason to do what they want to do. I have also had interactions with the Finnish embassy, and in fact, the United Nations head in Nigeria, who is from Finland. And what she told me was, it is a government-to-government interaction that will lead to a resolution of this, because as a citizen of Finland, that he has a right to express his opinion. But I can tell you, my dear colleagues, each and every one of us has suffered greatly from what is happening in the Southeast. They attacked Senator Carlo when he was doing campaigns. They attacked me. There's nobody they have not tried to intimidate. But we cannot be intimidated because we are in a country that has...
let's take it from here again. I don't see the intimidation there. I think Senator ABARIBE is getting all of this twisted. Let's bring this in a neutral ground. Let us remove politics and bring it in a neutral ground. You are seeking to be free. Okay, let's take it from the time of colonial masters. The colonial masters did they call what Nigeria did then as intimidation? No, it was not an intimidation. It is a fight for independence. Yes, and I can imagine how the fight was back then. How the likes of Nnamdi Azikiwe or Bafemi Awolowo, how they fought toothlessly, how they fought tirelessly to make sure they gain Nigerian independence. So are we going to call their own time as well? Were they there to intimidate? They were not intimidating the colonial master. They are only seeking for freedom from them. I think this is getting twisted right now, because Senator ABARIBE is seeing it in the aspect of terrorism. He's seeing it in the aspect of criminality. These guys are not criminal. They are guys who come up, who are fed up of the current situation, and they are guys from one tribe, one culture, one understanding, one language, who have come together and agree within themselves to be free, to gain independence from Nigeria. So I don't see it as terrorism. I see it as independence, gaining independence, seeking for independence, constructively. Because I believe they started constructively before the federal government refused to adhere to them, and then it went violent. And even at this violent state, they are still managing it to make sure it doesn't go wider. Let's watch the news. The video finish.
Rule of law. And so I support this motion in its entirety, and when the time comes for the prayers, if there's anything I will add, we will. But we want to urge our colleagues and the rest of Nigeria to see this matter not just as a Southeast matter, but as a matter for Nigeria. I so submit.
It is a matter for Nigeria, I agree, but it is not a terrorism matter. It is not a criminal matter. It is a matter from people who are tired of their situation. It is a matter from people who wants to gain freedom, who want to come out of the net, who wants to come out of the cage they are placed in. It is people who have realized that they don't belong in a particular geographical area, that they don't belong in a particular state, they don't belong in a particular nation, and therefore they have come together as brothers and sisters to go. They have come together. They have agreed within themselves that yes, we are going to be free, come what may. I think that is it. Let's bring it in from that perspective. I think whatsoever we call a problem is what it tends to answer. If you call it terrorism, it becomes terrorism to you. If you call it criminality, it becomes a criminal case to you. But if you call this a fight for independence and you see it from that perspective, it definitely becomes a fight for independence and nothing more. I don't see anything bad in what Simon Ekpa is doing, but I cannot speak for anybody. Therefore, I want you to speak for yourselves. Tell me, what do you think regarding to this? Is Nnamdi Kanu, is Simon Ekpa, are they terrorists? Are they terrorists? Is the IPOB, is Simon Ekpa becoming a threat to the government? I think when he becomes a threat, I think the government thinks he is a threat to them. He is not. He's just one who has assumed the office of his boss and then trying to play the role to make sure that the vacuum that was created is no longer there. So I think that is who Simon Ekpa is. And for the aspect of tracking him down, I think that is going to be another problem because the Biafrans will not agree to that. Yes, the Biafrans will not agree to that because Simon Ekpa is their Nnamdi Kanu right now. So I think that is where we are taking it from. That is the perspective I want us to take this. It is if you call it violence, it becomes violence. If you call it terrorism, it becomes terrorism. So whatsoever we call it, it's what it answers. Whatsoever you call a problem, howsoever you address an issue, is how it tends to show us. Therefore, this should not be tagged as terrorism. This should not be tagged as a criminal case. This should not be tagged as rebellion. This should be called fight for independence, a voice for freedom, and nothing but a voice for freedom. I think this is where we are going to take it off before we go to the next agenda on our screen. Therefore, quickly drop your comment at the comment section and tell us what you think regarding this video. The next on our screen, ASARI DOKUBO training an army near Igbo borders. This is coming from the OHANAEZE. ASARI DOKUBO training an army near Igbo borders. OHANAEZE. You see, before we get to the details of this news, there is something I want to say, and I don't know how it's going to sit with you, but I think it is the right thing to say. ASARI DOKUBO has been doing a lot over these years. He has been doing a lot recently with his videos and his words. And the government has failed to listen. The government has failed to pay attention to all the threats he has been giving to governors and the Igbo tribes. They have refused to pay attention to this matter. Now, they have refused to address this as terrorism. They have refused to address this as rebellion. They have refused to address this as violence, as criminality. They have refused to address this matter at all. And now the matter that should be addressed as freedom, they're now addressing it as a kind of terrorism affair. So what do you have to say concerning ASARI DOKUBO? I mean, ASARI DOKUBO has been doing a lot recently. He has been saying a lot, and the government is not doing anything. The other time he brandished a gun and says he's going to end the Igbo tribe, he will do this to them, he will do that to them, and yet the government said nothing at all. The next time we heard he's mobilizing an army, and the government did not do anything. The last one, he threatened the governor of River State, Sim Fubara, and the government did not do anything. At the initial time, immediately Tinubu assumed office. 2 weeks after, he went to Aso Villa, stating that Nnamdi Kanu should not be released, stating that those who steals from the refinery, from our our oil, are the military, accusing the country's military. He threw down the respect of the military, and the government did not do anything. He took the accolade that should be rewarded, that should be awarded to the military for protecting the citizen day and night, in the sunny, in the rainy weather. He took it to himself that it is his boys that are doing it, and yet the government did nothing about this. The government did nothing about this whole thing. And here is the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. Everybody wants to say something. I think there is nothing Tinubu and his administration are not telling us. Detail of the news. The APES Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, the OHANAEZE Igbo Worldwide, has raised an alarm that the ex-Niger Delta warlord and militant leader ASARI DOKUBO is training an army close to Igbo land. Secretary General of OHANAEZE and former Nigeria Consular to South Africa, Dr. Oke Emuke, who raised the alarm while addressing select journalists in his Azumini country home, Okwa East local government area of Abia State, called for his immediate arrest and investigation. Despite everything, no matter, like we've been saying all of this since that he needs to be arrested, but nobody is going to arrest him. Yes, nobody's going to arrest him. If you are listening to the last video, if you had watched the last video, that's where he opened it clearly that he is working for the Bola Tinubu administration. He's working for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and of course Bola did not object to that. That is a clear evidence that yes, Asari DOKUBO is working for this man. The OHANAEZE chief scribe, who expressed disgust over the rising insecurity in Southeast, urged the federal government to stop sitting on the fence, but take urgent steps to bring to book all those behind the stopping security challenges in Igbo land. There is a trending video of armed groups led by Asari DOKUBO. The federal government should properly investigate the activities of Asari DOKUBO. He is training an army and we don't know for what purpose. But from the video we have seen, the location where they are appears to be very close to Igbo nation. And the government will not do anything. How can you be training an army in a country that has their military? What are you trying to do? Are you degrading the military of the country? It's just like bringing the country's legacy down. That is what this guy is doing. Just like bringing the country's legacy down. Yes. Okay. Now, you are not training it secretly. You're not training them secretly. You are even bringing it to the public. Yes, by putting it up on as a video. And the government are not saying anything. The government, it is high time they stop sitting on the fence and do something. Yes. It is high time they stop sitting on the fence and address this issue for us to believe that Tinubu is not working with Asari DOKUBO. I think this is the mind of the citizen. It is high time Tinubu call a spade a spade. It is high time the government call a spade and stop calling red white and stop hiding from the truth. It's high time they stop shying from the truth and deal with whatsoever that is threatening the peace of the people of the country. I think this is where this is the angle I'm taking it right now. It is high time the government should address the matters the way it should be addressed. Drop your comments at the comment section and tell us what you think of this particular headline. Quickly, without wasting time, let's get to the detail of the last news on our screen. What is our crime? IPOB asks Igbo politician, what is our crime? IPOB have asked the Igbo politician. The news in detail. Following the alleged plan to eliminate IPOB members in Ebonyi State, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has asked Igbo politicians the crime they have committed as a group. They equally asked if any of its members had involved in any violent attack in any community. In a statement by the group spokesperson, Imar Powerful, the group warned Igbo politicians to desist from anything that concerns the group. They noted that there would be consequences if any of its members dies in Ebonyi State. His words, let the new governor of Ebonyi State bear in mind that IPOB has no issue with him, but if you bring out your head, we will knock on it. IPOB and ESN have no problem with you, but your plan to arrest and kill innocent IPOB members will not go well with your government. IPOB and ESN are peaceful and protective of our land. They should be supported and protected, not destroyed. Continuing, Imam said, any traditional ruler who helps in the murder of innocent and peaceful IPOB members has murdered his own slave. Any traditional ruler who involves himself in the matter concerning IPOB will regret these actions. That is part of the statement. Now look at where we are getting it. You see, the North supports themselves. The Hausa supports themselves. The Yoruba supports themselves. But the Igbo man bites themselves at the back. They backbite, they backstab at the back. This is Igbo politician. This is a governor trying to eliminate his people. People who speaks the language with him. People who share things in common with him. You want to eliminate them. You want to kill them. I don't know what is wrong with some of us. I'm not supporting anyone. But in a common sense, we should say the truth. We should say the truth. Let's call a spade and stop hiding or shying away from the truth. Yes. If only an Igbo man can sit up to have his brother's back, if only an Igbo man can sit up to stand with his brother, I think Biafra can be possible, can be possible in the next 3 months. Biafra can be very possible if Igbos, the Igbo leaders can stand up and have their backs. Let's not exaggerate too much. In the next 1 year, Biafra is going to come. Biafra is going to be possible, but I don't think it's going to. I don't think Igbos are willing to do that because of, will I say, selfish interest or what? Quickly, we'll be dropping it here. But the fact remains that Emma Powerful has stated that if the governor of Ebonyi should try eliminate or arrest any of the IPOB members, it will not sit well with his government. He will regret it. And any traditional leader who has hand in dealing with the IPOB members, or who kills or who gets them arrested, he would not sleep. He will regret his actions as well. I think this is where we are coming to an end. Do not forget, you're on Imokobi TV. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. Turn on your notification button to keep you updated. Be sure to like, comment, and of course share the video to your friends and your family members to keep them updated soon too. See you in our next video. Stay tuned and God bless you. Thank you for joining us.